Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. We are now into the weeklies, Capricorn. I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. So whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next week, it could resonate with you. It may not resonate with you this time around because it is a general reading. So we're going to look at 3 oracle decks. I'm going to put those down for the overall energy for the week ahead. We'll throw some tarot at it, get you some details. And if you want to hang around for the extended, there will be information at the end of this video about how to get to the extended. So if you're brand new, welcome. And if you have been here before and you are coming back, I appreciate you. Thanks for doing that. Tell me what's coming up in the week ahead for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have Chameleon Spirit, act as if. Bottom of the deck, we have the Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacles. I want to say that this act as if, card number 14, is the Temperance energy. Act as if it's already happened. Act as if you are the alchemist. I'm going to say, just adapt. I'm going to say adapt to whatever comes up in the week next week. And it's like, I meant to do that. It feels like act as if tells me that the moment of alchemy is coming, so you should act as if it's already here. One more. We've got reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. So I do feel like acting as if is going to bring you to your destination. It's manifestation. And card number 14 is like a moment of alchemy. So it feels like it says here, your light is shining brightly. I want to say there really is no way that you won't find the right direction or you won't find where you're going because you've already got your shining light. Your light is shining brightly and you are about to reach your destination. So I don't know exactly what that means, but we will we'll throw some tarot on it, see if we can get some more information. Tell me more about Capricorn, please. Tell me more about Capricorn. And we've got new beginnings. So look, that's what it feels like is in the distance. So act as if it's already here. That is true manifestation. And then detach from it. Act as if, yeah, it's just right around the corner. The universe will notify you when it has shown up for you. And I think that you're supposed to act confidently. Act as if your light is shining. The universe sees you. It feels like you're, you know, they've got the GPS on you. They know when it's time for things to kick off here. We do have the Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacles. So I think you're just supposed to detach from anything that could go wrong from you having this new beginning. Just act as if it is yours here. You might be feeling in a little bit of lack, I'm going to say, feeling like there's too many things in the way. You're never going to get what you want. And you know, all those things we tell ourselves to be cynical, to try and save our hearts, hoping that we don't hurt ourselves, waiting for something that may not be showing up. We do have Voyage of the Heart. It says love flows through you and to you. So it does feel like this chameleon energy, I'm going to say with card number 14, love flows through you. You're on a voyage of the heart. So something that you love or something that's going to make you very emotionally happy. Just allow it to flow. Get in the flow. So get out of the doorway and into the flow. Stop playing traffic cop. Stop telling people when to arrive and when to leave and when situations are supposed to arrive. Stop trying to control the outcome, I want to say. Bottom of the deck says movement, choices, and decisions. So it does feel like something is coming into balance in the week ahead, and there is movement, but you're going to have to make choices and maybe possibly some decisions. Card number 2 is here. Let's look at some tarot. Find out what else is going down here for you. All right, this is one we'll use then. Tell me about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going down for Capricorn. What else do we need to know about Capricorn? My Earth cousins, tell me about Capricorn. We have the Queen of Cups. Oh, we have the Tower. Who had this Tower in this spot? I think it was Virgo that had this Tower in this spot, in the exact same spot. And then we have the Magician. So look, it does tell me that something you are manifesting is about to show up, but I feel that you are cynical or feeling like, no, I didn't plan for it to show up at this time. It feels like because you are the planner, you're always the one that's on schedule. I think this shows up ahead of schedule, and I don't think that you're expecting it to show up as soon as it does. It feels like there is some sort of new beginning that you've been manifesting. It could be an emotional new beginning. Let's find out what else is going on here. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. We've got the Four of Cups. We've got the Six of Pentacles, and we've got the Hermit energy. I was saying that it did show up in Virgo's reading, so if you have anything to do with the Virgo, you might want to go take a look there. So we have the Queen of Cups. It does feel like you go from a place of stagnation or a place where it was kind of boring. I feel like you had been possibly looking the other way. I'm going to say it feels like this person here does not notice that there is a cup up here. This person is very focused on these three cups on the ground here, which are sitting in the water, but which are empty. So it does feel like somebody here is very focused, possibly on three cups, or it feels like somebody's thinking about it or remembering it. It feels like maybe there's a stagnation of energy here. I feel like some sort of emotional energy is growing and you don't feel it. You'll be notified by the Tower when it does happen, because when your manifestation is ready to show up, that's when everything starts to fall to the ground. And it makes sense, because when you're leaving an old chapter of your life, you no longer need what's back there. You move into the new chapter. So I feel like you are going to hit some sort of a tower here, and it is going to cause disruption. It could cause disruption in some of your relationships that you currently have. And look, usually when we're leaving one vibration, and when I say leave one vibration to another, I don't mean that, you wake up on a Monday and then by Friday you're at the weekend. It's not like that. It's like a major shift in your life cycle. So it's like the job ends and you find a new job, or you find a new job and the job ends. Like it feels like it's something major that is shifting for you. And it could have to do with the Six of Pentacles, because to me, this is telling me that you give too much and you don't get a whole lot in return. It feels like you get a lot less than you give, but you're always ready to give. I feel the Tower is showing up to stop you from doing this anymore. So sometimes what happens when you're ready to have a major life shift, like a friend group will fall apart, or a relationship that you've had, a friendship or a relationship, maybe it's romantic, will fall apart. That's usually an indication that the old life is leaving to make room for the new life. It does feel like you have been manifesting something here, and I would say with the Hermit energy here that you've been manifesting something heavy duty, because the Hermit energy is about you sort of being sequestered away. It feels like you've been walking a path by yourself, sort of in the dark, trying to find your light, trying to find your way, and I feel like you've been using all the tools and the resources the universe has given you to do that, but I feel like it's been a bit of a dark path. It feels like with the Hermit facing this energy here, it feels like you become bored with this Six of Pentacles. You become bored with you always doing the giving and other people always doing the taking. It does feel like you are leveling up here from the Four Cups, which is stability, yes, but it's also the longing for something more. I just need something more. I'm so bored here. I feel like you are getting something more, and I feel like you're leveling up from the Four of Cups to the Queen of Cups. Tell me what else is going down here, because there's a new chapter here. There's a new beginning, the very beginning of something, right? The Fool card is here. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse. We have the Sun in the reverse. And we have the Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. It does feel like you've become detached, despondent, bored. I'm going to say with this group of people, it feels like they show up when they want something from you. And the Four of Swords in the reverse tells me that they connect to you or reconnect to you, or maybe sort of bust in on your meditation when they want something from you, but I don't think you get a whole lot from the people around you. Now, as the Tower shows up and things begin to fall to the ground, Capricorn, I feel like it's confusing. You're like, I don't understand. The sun is out. I can see everything for what it is. I see with clarity. I'm in a warm place. I'm in a happy place. I don't understand. Why is the tower falling? And I think because the sun in the reverse tells me you were not growing there. So even though it's warm, you're laying on the beach, you're with the friends, it feels like everything is fine. I feel like the universe sees you and says, look, there's no more growth here. These people are only coming to you when they want something. These could be members of your family. These could be your friends. This could be somebody you're dating. This person or people only come to you when they want something because they see you as the person who is stable, the person who can get them whatever they want. So I feel like you have been heavily meditating, or, I feel like you've been polishing up on your polishing up your spirituality. It feels like you're on this path that is very different from the path that other people are on. This path with the Virgo energy is, yes, a little bit of sort of poking at the self, or maybe the self-audit, but it's a person who's always in service of others, trying to light the way for others. The hermit carries the light in the lamp that is the star. That's the star that shows up after the tower. Card number 16 is the tower. Card number 17 is the star. I feel you come to a realization that you're just spinning your wheels. That's what it feels like. So I feel like you get some sort of clarity or realization, like an aha moment or some kind of triumphant moment of clarity, that there is so much more that you could be doing with your time. It feels like this tower is showing up to dismantle something that was no longer serving you. Tell me what the tower is, please. Tell me about the tower. We've got the Two of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Wands. And we've got the Ten of Swords. Yeah, the Death card is here. Something is definitely ending, and it is a permanent end. And I feel like the reason that it's ending is because there is no growth left here with this group of people. And I feel like you probably would have continued to lead them with your light, continued to serve them. You would have stayed in this group of people if the universe didn't show up at the tower and say, look, enough of that. Enough of that. You are hesitating. You with the Five of Wands, you're in competition. They keep making you perform like a circus monkey. Like it feels like they have some sort of a pull on you. It's like the Two of Pentacles tells me that the universe is trying to be, or you've been trying to make a decision about really what it means to have people in your life that love you, because I feel like you're showing up as the Queen of Cups, and I feel like you are in hermit energy. I feel like you're really trying to find your light or connect to your intuition or connect to your, like, I feel like you're an empath. You have a lot of empathy, but it feels like you have to connect to your intuition. I feel like what you don't realize is that you are on the outside looking in. They only call you in when they need something, and that you are not growing here. You're actually just serving people here. So I feel like this Five of Wands is your indecision. Should I leave? Should I not? Because it's scary, right? If I leave this group of people, maybe I won't find any other friends. Like, it's something that goes through our heads. It goes through our heads, right? So what do you do about this group of people? I want to know about this Six of Pentacles, because it feels like they're breadcrumbing you and you're waiting on this new beginning, which I feel is about to show up. Like the universe is like, look, you got to get out of there. I feel like you've been trying to act as if you're okay with everything. And looks like the Six of Swords is telling me that you need to move on from this group of people because they are exhausting you. It feels like you're the one that's supposed to be resilient. Everybody brings you their stuff and puts it on your stoop and asks you to settle it for them. But when you need someone else, they're like, yeah, it's okay. Capricorn can take care of themselves. They're strong on their own, right? It feels like nobody is really taking care of you when you need to be taken care of. I'm going to look at the bottom of this deck here, and then we're going to go into the extension here. We've got the movement, choices, and decisions. Now that says a few things, doesn't it? And we also have the crown chakra. I feel like you are the empress in the group of your friends, and I feel like you are someone who is quite stable. Four of Wands. You are someone who is quite stable and who is prospering, someone whose life is changing and things are moving forward in a very beneficial way. You're about to have fulfillment of your wishes, but I feel like this is what's happening next week. This feels like this is what's happening next week. This Tower showing up. There is going to be a painful ending. I don't know how this blows apart, but we'll clarify that. It feels like it could end up being something that is related to swords. So an argument or a fight, or it feels like a betrayal of sorts. So we're going to talk about that. But you can see here that we have the third eye and the crown chakra, because look, you come to a decision that you've got to have some movement in your life. You can't be stuck here in the Four of Cups just because this group here needs you to service them or help them through life, or get them out of whatever they've gotten themselves into, or giving the advice that they should be getting from a psychologist or a psychiatrist, right? You're playing, some people get themselves stuck in a position where they're just playing psychologist for a friend who never takes the advice. So the third eye chakra tells me, I feel like in the week ahead here, your third eye just cranks wide open and you start seeing all of this. I feel like the Tower is part of this third eye opening. It's part of what's going on here. When your eye is open, you start to see everything for what it is, and therefore you understand now why everything's got to fall. The crown chakra tells me you're being fed information or clarity from the universe to tell you what is going on here and why. I just think that you didn't want to see it because the sun is in the reverse. You didn't want to see it. We're going to go into the extension, and if you would like to join us there is a comment that is pinned to the top of all the comments, and in that comment it says join the membership. There is a join link there. You can click on that link and come join us there for all of the extendeds that I put there, and also there is information in that pinned link about private readings. If you're interested in that, I am doing live private readings. I'm doing pre-recorded private readings. I just added another package to the pre-recorded private readings, which is a 48-hour turnaround time. It's one question, no backstory. Tell me what you need. I'll give you the quick answer. 15 minutes or less, usually between about 7 and 12 minutes, depending on what sort of information you need. And if you'd like to do that, go over to Hypsee. There is a link there in that pinned comment to go over to Hypsee. You can pre-book me for a live read. You can pre-book me for a pre-recorded read. So go ahead and take a look there. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you. If you are not going into the extension with us, that's all cool, because I'll be back with more readings, and I hope to see you here. Thanks so much for coming here and watching. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.